Okay, so before we get into this video, I just want to point some things out. For one, this is done in a podcast sort of circumstance. I didn't initially plan for it to be that way. Really, this video wasn't planned at all, aside from the fact that I kind of wanted to get a video out today. The context and the topic involved was not planned, so I guess what I'm going to ask for here is patience. So, with that being said, we're just going to jump right into the video. This is take 12 of this video. I'm in my car right now. The lights are off because I don't feel like killing the battery. So it's just going to be my voice in this one. So I'm just going to get the game out of the way real quick, which is the Coyotes won 6-3 against the Colorado Avalanche. Tisha Ginla made his NHL debut from what Twitter was saying. Josh Doan scored a goal. Dylan Guenther scored 2 goals. Keller scored a goal, and there were 2 goals unaccounted for because I can't remember what Google said about them. But, I mean, I don't really want to talk much about the game today anyway. I couldn't get the game, for one thing. Sportsnet wouldn't cover it, which I knew going into it because they don't really cover preseason. And the website that I was given a couple days ago was not working today. So, it happens. And while I could just make a post saying, hey guys, due to unforeseen circumstances, we are not going to have a video today. Or I could have done the other thing, which I did last season a couple times, and watched the highlights and made a video off of that. But I've watched a couple of those videos back now that I've kind of gotten to this point where I've matured where recording videos are concerned, and that wasn't honest. It was not honest at all. I regret it, so I'm not doing that again. That said, the reason I didn't just make a community post tonight and say like, hey, we're not doing the game because of these unforeseen circumstances is because I've got a bit of a blessing with this channel where I've marketed myself not only as just like this guy that talks about the Utah Hockey Club or the Arizona Coyotes, depending on when on this channel you look. But I've also marketed myself as someone who tries to keep it real. So, volume up. So for the rest of this video, it's going to be very much me talking about myself. It's going to get awkward because I'm not great at it. We found that out in my intro video. But I'm going to try. So if you want to stick around for that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to get that out of the way right now. And if you came here for hockey, I get it. That's what this channel is supposed to be about. There are other videos on my channel that are about hockey where you can actually see my face. And I'm proud of those videos. So if you want to check those out, I appreciate it. That said, we're going to move on into personal stuff. It's going to be fun. Now, before I do that, and I'm sorry, I keep pushing this off, but I got to say this part. The reason I'm going to do this today is actually something I've been thinking about for a little bit now. A couple months ago, I think it was 4 months ago, there was a video that came out on a different channel. It's a channel called Clearing the Benches. And he made a video shouting out different media related to the Arizona Coyotes. It was a bit of a wrap-up video as far as the Coyotes were concerned, because we had already known at this point that the Coyotes were being sold to Utah. It was a whole thing. But he made this video, and I was featured in that video. I was featured along the likes of the PHNX podcast, the 5 for Howling podcast. There's one in I think it's Toronto. I can't remember the name of it right now. There was Matthew Jacobson. There were a couple big names that were brought up in this video, and then there was me. And I thought, and I still kind of feel like I didn't really belong in that video. I thought, especially, hearing that the PHNX crew was shouted out in this video, I didn't feel like I belonged in that video. I appreciate it nonetheless, but But when he was talking about this channel, the thing that really stuck out to me was a quote from him where he said that I speak from the heart. And that got me thinking recently, because I've been thinking back to that video. And I've realized that's exactly what I want this channel to be. I speak from the heart in regards to the team because, I try to reflect the emotions from the game. When the game isn't going well, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit, upset. When it's going well, I'm going to be overjoyed. But that's because I'm human. That's because I'm able to express those emotions. So when I'm doing good, I can be, I can express that. I can be good. I guess I can be overjoyed. But when I'm not, when I'm feeling kind of down, I can't just put on a fake face just because the team won. I can't put on a fake face and say, hey, this game was so great. It was great because it was a great game, but I'm not at that point. I'm not there. I don't have the full glass, if that makes any sense. And I could feel that on Friday when I made the video about the game between Vegas and Utah. I could feel that rising. That's why I said that I could probably do the game today and then I'd have to take the rest of the week off. That's why there wasn't videos in the summers, because there's been some stuff that was going on. Most of it mental, but it kind of came to a head early. It came last night. I've mentioned that I've got this shoulder problem. I have not mentioned, or at least I haven't mentioned often, that my knees do the same thing. They also dislocate. Well, yesterday, my knee dislocated while I was on the stairs. And unfortunately, when you try and stand on something that's not stable, it doesn't go too well. I ended up falling down the stairs. So I had to spend the last day and a half kind of recuperating from that, which meant that I was laying in bed for a day and a half for the most part. So I've had time to think. And I've had time to reflect, and I've had time to understand that there are some things that have really been eating at me. Like, the big one, and this is the big one I really wanted to talk about in this video, is I'm expecting to be going for surgery at some point here for the left shoulder. I'm still on the waiting list. I've been on the waiting list since July. I'm probably going to be waiting, they said, until about December. It could be beyond that. We don't know. But let's say roughly 6 months of waiting. Then I go for the surgery. 6-month recovery time. Then I go for surgery on the right shoulder. But before that, you got the 6-month wait again, roughly. Then the 6-month recovery. That's 2 years. That is 2 years where I can't do anything. I can't do anything right now. The recovery process is apparently going to be more agony than what I'm experiencing right now. It's not looking great. So I've had to back out of college. I've had to put my life kind of on hold aside from these videos until the surgeries are complete. And this is coming off of attempts where I've tried to do other things that I thought my body could handle. I was in a theater school for a little bit. That lasted half a year before I realized my body can't take it. I've tried other avenues. I got to the point where I just kind of went and applied to a museum. And my job was to go around and sweep the floors. I couldn't do that. So it's just been these past few months of me kind of feeling useless. And I know that's not a realistic way to look at it. Obviously, I've got some use. I'm making these videos. I'm entertaining people. I've got some use around the house. I've got some purpose. There's something to me more than just, ouch. But as much as, yeah, it's a great thing that mental health has come to the limelight in the way that it has. People are talking about it more. It's good. I don't think people talk about the impact that physical pain has on your mental health enough. I think that's overlooked a little bit. And I've kind of come to realize that I've very much been impacted by what the pain has done to my mind. I feel like I should be doing something with my life. And I feel like I haven't done enough. Now, I have talked to people about this. I'm not coming here expecting people to act like a therapist. I've got a therapist. I've got someone I talk to about this quite regularly. This is just kind of my idea of being transparent. I don't want to just be some guy that you come here. Like, I don't want to be the guy that talks about the Utah Hockey Club. I want to be a personality. And a personality is more than just hockey. Hockey is such a superficial part of the lives that we live. We each have our own stories. We each have our own trials and tribulations. So realistically, if I want to be a personality, if I want to be someone that people can actually connect with, I can't just be the hockey person, the person that talks about the Utah Hockey Club. I have to be me. I have to be real. I have to speak from the heart. And sometimes that means talking about things that I'm going through. That means being transparent with you guys outside of just hockey did this. So I think going forward, that's what's going to happen. I'm hoping that this isn't going to be like a common occurrence. Like it might happen once or twice over the course of the next season. Hopefully it doesn't happen much more than that. But on days where I'm feeling like I don't think I can bullshit a happy face, where the hockey is concerned, I'll do this. I'll just come on here and I'll tell you guys exactly where I am, because that's honesty. That's the truth. That's being real. And I kind of regret the fact that it took me this long to realize that this is probably a healthier thing than what I've tried in the past. But it, like anything else, there's a learning curve that you kind of have to take. And, obviously I wasn't exactly planning on it being this way tonight. I'm in a Jeep. It's 1 a.m. I've had to splice this video into 2 different parts. This is take 8 of this second part, because I did not plan for this. I did not expect to be talking about myself like this. I didn't expect to be talking about my problems today. But this is what I've kind of come to in my realization of what's probably the best for me. And the best for me in connection with you guys. I'm sitting in the dark. No one can see my face right now, aside from like a vague circle moving within the frame. So clearly, there is that bit of a learning curve that has to be taken. I told you guys it was gonna be a bit of an awkward one. I'm talking in circles. So yeah. Future reference. When things get to be pretty bad, and I just can't bring myself to talk about hockey, I'll do this. If it comes down to the point where I can't show my face for whatever reason, like maybe it's a self-conscious issue, I'll let that be known. I'll like turn the camera, I'll flip it over or something, treat it like a podcast. I don't know. But I think the goal going forward is transparency. So, with that being said, I am going to play it by ear. I'm not going to say definitively what's going to happen. For sure, once we get into the regular season, like October 8th, I believe, the Yotes play the Blackhawks. I'll probably cover that. Before that, I can't guarantee that there's going to be anything, but we'll see. I'm going to have to play it by ear. So, in the meantime, thank you for your patience. Stay howling and go Yotes. Thank you for watching. And as always, I'll be back.